Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video we are going to work with Heatmap with masked upper triangle and lower triangle. So this is what we mean by Heatmap with masked upper triangle. So it means that we are putting a mask on the upper triangle so you don't see it, only you see the lower triangle. And if you're having a masked lower triangle, it means that the lower triangle is not seen, but the upper triangle is seen. So let's see how we can illustrate that. So first of all, we are importing the necessary libraries like Seaborn, Matplotlib library, Pandas, and NumPy. And we're going to set the style to be white grid for better visualization. Then we are having the seed to be there, therefore we would like to have the same number being used for every run. If I comment this line, we're going to generate a new data every time that I run. Then I'm creating my data frame called df. In order to create the df data frame, we call the data frame function from the Pandas library. We would like to have a matrix by that is 8 by 8, and there we're going to have random values using the NumPy library. We are going to generate random values for a matrix of 8 by 8, and the numbers are between 0 and 1. And here we are having the column's name. Here you see that we are having the var I, and I is in the range 8. Okay, meaning that it is going to start from 0 and it is going to go up to 7. So you see var 0, 1, 2, 3 and up until 7, and here var 0 up to var 7. So var I for each I in the range 8, meaning that we are going to have from 0 up until 7, because the ending point is not included. So ending point is 8, and what we are going to have up until 7. So here we are creating the data frame and generating the name for the columns. Then we are having the heat map with masking. So in order to have that, we call the trio function from the NumPy library, and it is going to help me to have the upper triangle mask because it's a trio function and it is assigned to mask. So then I'm having the size of the figure 8 by 6. Then I call the heatmap function to create my heatmap from the Seaborn library. So I'm having the data frame df being called there. Then I'm having the color map to be cool warm. It can have different options as we discussed before. We are putting the mask of the heat map to be equal to the mask that we created here. We would like to have the annotation to be equal to true, meaning that the numbers we would like to be inside the cells. So we would like to have their print inside the cells, and we would like to have up to 2 decimals. So we see that we are having 2 decimals. fmt equals 0.2f is going to help me to have 2 decimals, and line width to be equal to 0.5. So this is the line width that you see. It can be anything. You can have it to be equal to, for example, 1. So if I run the code, you see that the width is thicker. So if I put it to be 10, maybe you can see it better. So you see that, okay, the width are thicker, so there is more distance between 2 cells. So I put it to be 0.5, and when I run, we see that we are having the cells there. And finally, we are having the title, which is the heat map with masked upper triangle, which is here, and we call the show function from the Matplotlib library to plot our heat map. So this is the masked upper triangle you see here. But if I want to have the masked lower triangle, it's very simple. So instead of having trio, we are going to have trill. So we are going to have triangle. tri is from the triangle and l is from the lower. So we are going to mask the lower part. So when I run, we see that now the lower triangle is masked. Okay, if I put u means upper, so it is going to have the masked upper triangle. You see here, So it's very simple, and you can generate your data here, or you can simply have your data set here, and then you can plot a heat map with a masked upper or lower triangle. Thank you for watching.